is that person. And just imagine somebody over your neck and they're not the instructor. Like, can you imagine? Just imagine that. Like, that irks my nerves. Then you're talking about, oh yeah, I would have did it this way. I did that. You next then. Go do it. Go do it, because you next. You talking about how you would have did it. Man. Day 2. Snyder. Yes, I'm still here. I forgot to tell y'all. It's 19 days for orientation, people. 19 days for orientation, and it's so much information. Like, it's to the point, like, you just got to be able to grasp this stuff so fast because it's elimination. I met my roommate yesterday, and now he's gone. He's gone. Like, you know, his situation, whatever he had going on, he told me, but, you know, that's his business. I'm not going to put his business out there. But, yeah, now he's gone. Like, people don't be understanding, like, these recruiters tell you, yeah, you got the job and this and that. And then you get here, you doing training, and then you start seeing people leaving. You're like, whoa, what's going on? It's elimination. You have all these people. It'd be like at least 30 of us. They not about to hire 30-something people. They not. That's why they booked us in the rooms together. It's like survival of the fittest right now. Like, I'm seeing people go home left and right. Hopefully I don't be one. You know, we wasn't twist our arm to get here. We wasn't forced to be here. We volunteered to come here. And we can volunteer to leave. We don't have to stay. And it's just like, I'm just amazed because it's like, I did not know it was so much about trucking when it come to like trafficking and these females and things like that. I did not know about this stuff, man. I'm just blown away. I understand you see something, you're supposed to say something. I get that. But I didn't know you're supposed to go to the extreme, you know. It's a lot. Now I don't want to tell y'all everything. Y'all come here or whatever truck driving company y'all come to, they'll explain that to you more. They'll explain that to you more because Snyder's main thing is safety. They care about your safety. So if you about to get robbed and you know you about to get robbed, just give it up. Give it up. Do not, I repeat, do not resist. Give it up. Whatever they want, give them the keys, let them go. Contact the local authorities, do what you need to do. But do not put yourself in harm's way. Don't do it. Do not do it, people. It's not worth it. A job is not worth you losing your life. It's not. It's not. Because once you're going, they just replace you with somebody else. Yeah, they'll replace you with somebody else. But the things I learned so far is basically about like being on duty and off duty. You got to know these functions because when you out there on the road, you got to know if you at a whatever company and they tell you, look, it's going to take about 2 hours for us to load this truck up. So now you got to determine if you're going to stay in this truck and be off duty. Basically, you're in a sleeper berth. You're in the truck sleeping. That's basically what it is. But if you're outside of the truck, and you're helping, then you're on duty. So you need to know these things. You need to know off duty, on duty, sleeper berth. You need to know these things. And of course, start when you start. You got to put all this stuff in. You got to be on point with this. You got to be on time. They do not play about being on time. I overslept today, but I was still good because the bus didn't come till 6. I woke up around like 5. I tried to get up a little early because the hotel provides breakfast. So I did get my breakfast in. It was pretty good. I was happy about that. But yeah, man, it's a nice journey right now. But I'm not gonna lie, it's got me just thinking about other things. Like, do I really want to do this? Like, it could be cold feet. I don't know. It could be anything. This is the beginning. You know, this is the beginning of the stages of me learning something new. So, yeah, sometimes you're going to have cold feet about doing this and doing that. Sometimes you're going to want to back out. You know, that's why whatever your religion is, you know, pray on it. Do what you need to do. But I just feel like, you know, it's always had to have a backup plan. Just have a backup plan on what you really want to do. If trucking is not it, don't be afraid to walk away. Nobody's going to judge you. At least you didn't waste time, and now you know clearly that you don't want to do this. So that's just one thing I would say. Like, sometimes you gotta step back and look at your situation, see if it's worth it, see if that's what you want to do. You know, nobody's gonna judge you. You know, you do what you need to do. You do what's best for you and your family. That's what it is at the end of the day. That's why we leave these other jobs. When they're not paying enough, we looking out for our family. We looking out for ourselves. That's what we doing. And that's what I did. I'm looking out for me and mine. Like, you got a problem with that? Hey, that's your problem, your opinion. I can't do nothing with that. All I could do is be me. But another thing with Snyder, you have to also pay attention, because some of them videos, I'm not gonna lie to you, they get boring. They get so boring, and then you miss so much stuff, because at the end of the video, there's a test, there's some type of quiz, and they want to see how much you remembered, how much you really paid attention. So if you lollygagging and talking to the other classmate and not paying attention, you're gonna miss out on a lot of important information, and they're gonna ask you about it. They really are. But right now we're learning is coupling and uncoupling. That's what we're learning, and I learned some of that in TKT, so I'm happy about that. But it's like you're getting more in depth now, because now you're doing pre-trip. Yeah, you're doing pre-trip again, the in-cab and out-cab, like, and the air brake test. Like, it's so in depth now, because everything I learned at CDL school, might as well scratch that out. Like, some of that stuff you could keep, because they pre-trip is not off that much. One thing I love is they don't have no verbiage for you to memorize. You understand? Like, in most CDL schools, you had to memorize it because that was DMV thing. Now that you're at the company, they just want to know if you can pretty much show them what you know, what you're talking about. Because if you get pulled over by DOT, if you get pulled over by DOT, all they're going to do is like, hey, run me a pre-trip real quick. And you looking there, looking around, trying to figure it out. Nah, you got to know it. Like they said, you got to know how to operate this vehicle. If you're driving it, you should be able to operate it. I don't care if you started working yesterday. You should be able to run a pre-trip. That's what they do, an air brake test. They want to know if you know this stuff. They could pull you over for any reasons now. They don't have no reason to pull you. They could pull you over whenever they want. And they see you on that highway and they feel you don't know that stuff. Oh, yeah. And this is another thing you got to keep in mind, because this what got me like, yo, I don't know. It's like, it's so much you really have to worry about when it comes to truck driving. You got to know about these permit books. You got to know what permits you got. You got to know about the stamps, the registration. You got to know about all this stuff on this truck and being safe at the same time. Like, it's a lot. It ain't just you just driving and dropping a load. No. You got to have everything down pat. It's a lot to know. That pre-trip is the main thing before you even leave that lot. You need to know that your truck is good and it's operating well and it's perfect for you to go on the road. Because you got people that's pulling these tandem release valves and not putting them back in, and then when you going down the street, you wonder why your trailer is hanging off in the back, you know, and your tractor down that way. You like, what in the world just happened? Because you didn't do your pre-trip, you didn't pay attention to it. So you have to pay attention to these things. The fifth wheel, that release, you got to make sure it's locked in there. I understand you did the tug test, but it might not be all the way locked in there. So you have to pay attention to that. It's so much you have to pay attention to being a truck driver. It's not just dropping a load off. It's not, people. I don't know who told you that, but it's not. It's so much in depth. You really got to know this truck. You understand what I'm saying? See, in CDL school, we got away with a lot of stuff. DMV lets get away with a lot of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of stuff. Parts of the truck we ain't even need to know about, the tension bar and all that. We ain't need to know about that stuff. The turbo, no. Now I need to know about everything. Because guess what? If I break down on that highway and I call them and tell them what's going on, and they're gonna ask me, okay, so like what's going on? What part of the truck is messed up? What's messed up? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's the thing that's in the engine that move, but it's on the side of the alternator. I don't know the name of it, but that's what was broke. I can't even identify what's broke. if I don't do the pre-trip correctly and not get the understanding of these parts. So that's why it's more convenient to know these parts when you're going out there, because you don't know. It could be a simple fix. You understand what I'm saying? It could be a simple fix. You might not know nothing about cars, but you figure it out as you go when you with these companies. You might not have no auto mechanic experience or nothing. Automotive experience is what I'm trying to say. You might not have none of that. You might not have none of that. Understand what I'm saying? You might not have none of that. But when you in a truck driving school and company, oh yeah, you're going to know it. You're going to know it. You're going to know it. Trust me. You're going to know it. And you're going to appreciate it. A lot of people don't appreciate what they learn until you get out here in the real world and be like, dang, I should have paid attention more. You know what I'm saying? You should have really got to the nitty gritty of it and really got an understanding of what was going on. Don't assume. Stop assuming. Stop assuming. Ask questions. If you ask questions, you're going to get an answer. Oh, you definitely going to get an answer. Might not be the answer you want, but you're going to get an answer. And that's the thing about it. Stop assuming. Stop assuming. And please, 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 people, don't come in a company with that CDL training in your mind that you know everything. Because that's another story. But look, don't come in here thinking you know everything, you better than everybody. Like, don't do that, because that just makes the other people mad. Like, we're trying to learn just like you're trying to learn. Don't do that. And I'm guilty of it. I'm not going to lie. When I was in the CDL school, I didn't feel like I was that person, but I'm a fast learner, so I couldn't help that. But I wasn't on somebody's back about it. Like, yo, you see what they talking about? Do you understand it? No, come here, let me show you. Nah, I wasn't that person. The person I'm dealing with now, my fault, y'all. I thought I was in the class still. But yeah, man. Look, that's my time. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And Ty Skills. Must be tripping. Day 2 orientation of Snyder. It's going pretty good, man. Please tune into my journey. Got a lot more I'm about to learn. Come on.